Something very interesting is going on in the Cyberpunk community right now post update 2.3. On social media, some very cool observations have been made, seeing some brand new billboards being added to the game, which could potentially have teased something we may be getting that was previously cut in a future update, perhaps coming the end of the year in line with Cyberpunk's 5th anniversary. I think it is quite safe to say that a lot of people were feeling quite underwhelmed with the 2.3 update, with months of work going in for seemingly so little to be added to the game. Obviously, it didn't help with some idiotic YouTubers making videos about it, sharing their excitement, maybe increasing the hype a little bit, but nevertheless, could all of the work done over that period of time be everything that we saw in this update, or could it have been planting the seeds for something even bigger down the line? I'll be breaking all of this down in today's video, and just a little disclaimer that this is a fun theory going around on social media, so no absolute definite information, but I do think it is something we should definitely be keeping an eye out on. But before we do start, it turns out that only 0.3 of people who actually watch my videos are subscribed, so if you're a fan of the content I make on this channel regarding all things Cyberpunk, please be sure to consider subscribing. It really does help support the channel. So what is it that we are actually seeing around Night City that got everyone very excited? Well, let me show you. So as I was scrolling on Twitter, I saw a discussion between a few creators saying that they have spotted some brand new billboards in Night City, and it has hit off a gold mine of intrigue with all of these casino themed advertisements. Now, taking a look at Carla Elizabeth's thread on X, there's many different billboards. You can see there's one quite clearly stating join the game with bold playing card icons, spades, heart, diamond, clubs, every Saturday big win. Some truly inspirational reasons for why you should start gambling, by the way. There's just unlimited amounts of money to be made. There's so much up. Sorry, I was getting a bit carried away about my other passions there. But these billboards are everywhere. They are all over Night City, sharing their inspirational quotes and reasons why... Watson, Japantown, everywhere. Now, going off Sympotato's detective work, it seems that Cyberpunk 2.3 update has introduced dynamic billboard changes, as we have seen a Petrochem promo at the exact same place in Watson as we are now seeing this casino advert. Just one of the many little things that seems to be added to 2.3 with no sort of word about it. But why have all of the advertisements that they could have made to be added to the game, why did they make a casino advert? Did someone in CDPR just get inspired by the unbelievable amounts of profit gambling can make, or is there something a little more to it, which I think there absolutely is. Many Cyberpunk fans are aware of one of the biggest pieces of content that was cut from the original game and is actually still visible in the map to this day, and that would have to be the Westbrook Casino. We all seen the concept art and possibly the videos, if you've watched them online, of this near perfect looking casino in Westbrook, and wow, this is an architectural titan of a casino. Possibly the best casino I have ever seen in my life where... Sorry guys, I'm getting carried away again, I am so sorry, I'm not an addict. But as we know, this casino boasts a rooftop garden with overflowing exotic plants, a cascade of waterfalls that doubles as a light show, and it was envisioned as a gambling paradise featuring high stakes poker tables, unbelievable amounts of blackjack, so much fun. Going into the lore of Cyberpunk a little bit now as well. It was described as a post-4th corporate war haven. It didn't matter if you were from Arasaka or Militech, they would both put their differences aside and understand the amount of upscale there is and how much money there was to be made. Now, this dream all crumbled in December 2020 launch, a technical nightmare of crashes, T-posing, NPCs, and broken quests obviously forced CDPR to cut a lot of original content that was meant to be going into the game, and it is such a shame. The development really pivoted to the core districts like Watson and Pacifica, and CDPR were rushed into forcing the game out in a time frame where they didn't really feel comfortable doing so, knowing that a lot of content wasn't going to be added that they originally wanted in the game. However, all of these updates that they have been releasing over time really gives them the opportunity to add things that were meant to be in there from the get-go, and a lot of us online are thinking that these sort of billboard hints are a hint towards the future, and that future is the Westbrook Casino finally being added and completed to the game. And of course, if you are to put a few cheeky cheats on your PC, you are able to actually access and see the unfinished area for yourself. The scope of it is absolutely massive. It is a very grand area to say the least. And it honestly does feel like a lot of the framework for what was going to be made is already there. Like, it doesn't feel like an awful lot would need to be changed to actually get this up and running. And maybe over time, that's what CDPR have been doing update by update. Despite how amazing it is that we did get the 2.3 update, it did feel like a lot of time and effort was being put into it for so little to actually be added. So this could be a big explanation for that. Nevertheless, I think it is something absolutely massive that we have found here. Something that could be foreshadowing a potential 5th anniversary anniversary update in the future. It's also worth picking up on this comment as well that I saw in the thread I was discussing. Someone actually noticed that after updating the game in the user agreement, towards the bottom it talked about Gwent, and if you don't know what Gwent is, it is one of the biggest things in The Witcher 3, a card game that everyone absolutely adores, and the perfect sort of game that would be amazing in a casino? It was also talking about virtual currency in Gwent. He wasn't sure if it was a standard CDPR user agreement with The Witcher in it or what. Just a little bit more evidence that is definitely worth keeping an eye out on, because I think for me, I would absolutely love a Cyberpunk version of Gwent. Call it Cyber Gwent. So if we do get something like this actually come out, when can we expect to see it? Well, as I've previously mentioned in the video, I think it is a perfect opportunity for a Cyberpunk 5th anniversary update. On December 10th, 2020 is when the game first released, and we are nearly 5 years away from that. That has absolutely flown by, wow. It honestly feels like Cyberpunk is a much newer game than that to me, and with all the amazing updates and especially the DLC re-released, it feels so fresh still. But I don't see a world where we don't get any content for this 5th anniversary coming the end of this year. CDPR, like they always say, love it giving back to the fans, and they will constantly give us updates for as long as we want to see them. Now, a lot of these new billboards, they have been added, and they feel like more of a placeholder, more of a tease for what is to come. Virtuos might have been preparing a December drop as well with restored cut content, hence why they may be involved a lot more with CDPR these days. There is a lot of excitement in Cyberpunk right now, and it's nice to see that, especially after the disappointment that did come after 2.3, where a lot of people did feel a little let down, and it's really nice to see us get back on track, and when they include Easter eggs like that, you can't help but feel excited. Despite how hard it is, I also do consider the fact that we might need to keep our expectations a little grounded just to avoid future disappointment, a lot like we did with the 2.3 update. I know it didn't help that people like myself made a lot of videos hyping the update up, especially based off rumors that we had seen circulating on social media, so I always do think it is good to take things with a big pinch of salt. However, it doesn't mean we can't cover them and potentially get excited for something that is rumored. As well as that, they did mention on the stream that they love seeing all of these videos speculating about rumors and predictions for their future content updates. They watch every single one of them, and they always tapped into the community, and they know what their community actually want, so I'm sure they will see all of this discourse going around online as well. It is always good to have that shed of optimism and hope looking forward to the future of Cyberpunk, because I think it's what we all ultimately want. We want as much content as possible for this game, and we want content that is actually big and expansive. So when we get opportunities and rumors around big expansive content, I think it's always important that we address and cover them as much as we possibly can. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how these rumors develop and see if we actually find any more Easter eggs surrounding Night City that could possibly give us more clues and answers towards this potential Westbrook casino. When you do have content as amazing as this that you didn't include in the game, but you left the frameworks in it, it would be silly to not try and capitalize on that and try and get that finished. As well as that, you got to understand the fact there is a lot of interest from top gamblers such as myself to go in there and maximize my profits, so I want to see that added for sure. But anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think there are any sort of weights to these rumors? Do you believe it? Do you think it's maybe just something that we should look over? Also, let me know if you found anything interesting in your playthrough of the 2.3 update. There could be a lot of little Easter eggs that haven't been picked up on yet, so make sure to keep your eyes out and drop them in the comments below. It's always a very exciting time, it seems, to be a Cyberpunk fan. A lot of rumors, a lot of speculation, and a lot of hidden things found all the time. So if you do enjoy that kind of content, make sure to consider subscribing, where I'll be posting weekly Cyberpunk videos that hopefully you guys will enjoy. It has been an amazing time for me personally in my little YouTube journey as well. We've gained over 2,000 subscribers in this entire 2.3 update hype, which I am very grateful for. So thank you to every new subscriber that we have that has enjoyed my content and has actually stuck around and watched this video, I suppose. It's really amazing to see so many like-minded people talk about a game that you love, and I'm able to be lucky enough to make videos on it, which you guys thankfully enjoy. So anyway guys, thanks very much once again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.